Good morning. I'm talking quietly because there's a deer, the first deer I've seen out here. He's right across the trail. There he is. Hey buddy. He's coming towards me. Look at that. It's a young buck. Got a small set of antlers on him. See how long he stands there before he takes off. Hey buddy. There he goes. Cool. Good morning everybody. Saying rain for today, but we'll see what happens. It does look a little bit of brightness on the horizon, so I'll hope for the best. I put the rain cover on my pack, and that should be some insurance that we don't get rain. Look at that guy standing there looking at me. And that is the first deer I've seen on the whole trip. All right, bud. On top of this hill and here in the Smoky Mountains, and it looks definitely different than anywhere else I've seen so far. It's a different type of vegetation. It's just mountain laurel, oh, these are rhododendrons, actually, a few mountain laurel, and slow trees. I don't know if it's because of the altitude, but I have been this high before. But look at those hills. I guess that's the Smokies we're in, and they look smoky, but they're not. Thank God. But it's beautiful. So we got to go down to this valley, and then up that hill. Clingman's Dome is only in a couple days, so that'll be interesting. The highest point on the entire AT, taller than Mount Washington, so we'll see that too. Alrighty, see you later. Going up Thunderhead Mountain. Been climbing probably for about an hour and a half or so, and I'm guessing I'm nearing the top, but I don't know if you could tell by this picture how steep it is. I'll show you a trick that I saw somebody doing. This is my trekking pole, probably level, and there's parallel to the hill, so it's a pretty good angle. I think we'll be at 5,500, over 5,500 feet at the top of this one, so we'll see what it looks like from up there. So this is called Rocky Top where I am now. And this is why it's called Rocky Top, I guess. We're at 5,400 feet. We have to go down a little bit and then up to the top of that ridge up there. And that'll be a little over 5,500 feet. So another climb coming. So there's an expression out on the trail that the trail provides. And I met a gentleman last night at the shelter, and he goes by Blu-ray. Say, hey, Blu-ray.
Hey!
And I was running a little bit low on my food supplies, as you know, because of my mess up in Fontana, not getting a ride. I had enough to live, but just so happens Blu-ray was sitting there trying to jam all his food in his pack this morning, cussing it out, saying how he had too much. So I said, do you want to sell some? And as people are so nice out here, he said, no, I don't want to sell it, but I'll give you some. So I just want to thank Blu-ray. And would you like to say hi to anybody out here, or any messages for somebody back home?
Hey, Conley family, I'm having a great time with Tin Man hiking today. It's beautiful. I love y'all bunches.
All right, folks, take care. Just another example of some of the positive experiences out here. Great spot for lunch all by myself on top of this mountain. So, a little spicy Thai, chili, tuna fish. Wonderful. The first snow I've seen in the Smoky Mountains. Not much of it left. Today's got to be close to 65, 70 degrees out here, I would imagine. But there's still some left. Good morning, everyone. It's March 22nd, Wednesday morning. It looks like I'm going to get very close to Clingman's Dome today. The way Tennessee is set up, you have to stay a shelter, so you cannot adjust to where you want to. I've got a 3-mile walk to the first shelter, too short. 7-mile walk to the second shelter, medium. And then it's a big jump up to like a 14-mile walk to the third shelter, which would include climbing the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. So I don't know if I'll be up for that or not. We'll see how I feel as I get closer and make that judgment call as we go. But it's a foggy, cold morning. I was glad to be in the shelter last night. It was a rainstorm like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it was pounding down on the shelter. Unbelievable wind. So It's still windy, but it's supposed to not be any more rain today. So we'll see how the day goes and keep you posted. Have a good day. Such a great morning. It's chilly out here. It's foggy out here, but the sun is trying to work its way through the clouds. Haven't said this in a while to her in person, but I'd just like to say thanks to Phyllis so much for giving me the encouragement to get out here. It's just an experience of a lifetime. I mean, if it ended tomorrow, I'd be upset, but you know what? It's been just such a thrill, and it's just so great these mornings where you're freezing all night and cold and wet, and then you get up and then you see the sun breaking through. It's just fantastic. It's just out here by yourself in the middle of the woods, and you don't know where you are exactly. I mean, you've never been here before. It's just an unmatchable experience, and thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. Hope your day's going well. Come on, I can't get it. The videos that I've watched on YouTube have given a pretty nice picture of the trail, which is true. I mean, it's great, but I just wanted to give you a quick snippet of realism here. This is what the day is usually comprised of. It's toe jamming down hills like I'm doing right now, and you're already, in my case, blistered toes and sore feet are just being jammed into the end of your shoe because you're going on a steep downhill. So that's not comfortable. And for most of the time since I've been out here, it's been slick, either because of snow and ice, or rain and mud, or leaves, one of the above. So this usually goes on for a couple hours, as long as 3-4 hours sometimes on the big mountains, the big climbs, going downhill. So every step gets to be painful. And then I'll show you a clip when I'm going uphill, how much fun that is. Overall, I'm not downplaying this. This is a great experience. I am loving it. But I just want to let you see what a day is like. Okay, sometimes they gloss over that and just show you the pretty scenery, and which I've done myself. So I wanted to just show you a little bit of what it is. And you got rocks and roots and mud, and so it's fun. All right, I'll show you the uphill in a little bit. Simple things for simple people. This just amazed me. There's an old dead tree stump right here, and apparently a seed must have landed in the stump, and this new tree took over and is using the old one as fuel to grow. I just thought that's so cool. So out of the old comes the new. Pretty neat. Okay. So let me switch hands here. Hold on a second. Hands are freezing. So I had that downhill for it was actually a pretty easy one. I'm surprised. I'll make up for that later. It was about an hour downhill, and now we've been going uphill for almost an hour. So that tells me, well, it doesn't really tell me anything, but could be getting close to the top. And it's been nice, not too rocky, just slick from the mud, all the rain we had last night. But you can see, I try not to look up too often, because you look up and you get these false hopes that the top is near, and then you get up there and it's just a little plateau, and you got to keep climbing and keep climbing. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys a little bit about what the daily grind is. So anybody contemplating doing it, having a rosy picture in your head, yeah, it's great, but it's tough. So a little touch of realism, but still loving it. See you from probably the time. Just checked my Gut Hooks app to see where I was on the trail and plan out the rest of my day, and it's official. I am over the 200-mile mark. I'm at 194.4 on the Appalachian itself, but then I had 8 point something, I think it was 8.6 on the approach trail as well. So the first time I've ever hiked 200 plus miles. There's one new record. Smoky Mountains. The big one's the next one. I can't see it from here. there. I think it's back that way. But I gotta go down quite a ways, of course, before we climb that. Wow, what a view! What a view! This is amazingly beautiful. It's like lush forest here. It's mainly pine trees. Just really gorgeous. This is the very beginning of the ascent up to Clingman's. Got a long way to go. Very nice. I don't know if you can see it. I'm zooming in as much as I can. There's a red jacket and a yellow jacket climbing up that hill. Looks like they're just going straight up. So I gotta go down some more. And I think that's probably the final ascent. That's gotta be the top up there, but I'm not sure. Looks cool. This is what a 55-year-old with a bad heart sounds like, climbing over 6,000 feet for the first time. Look at that view though. Is that worth it? And no end in sight yet, but gotta be at about 6 by now. Have to be close to 6,000 for the first time in my life. Nope, second time. I'm sorry. I went to Mount Washington, but this is actually taller than Mount Washington. I don't understand why I went up Mount Washington, and at the top they said you're above tree line, but there's still trees up here. I'm not sure why that is. Interesting. Here we are. Clingman's Dome, top of the mountain. And they have this spiral staircase going up there, so of course I have to waste my steps and go up there and see it. I'll show you from the top. The tallest point, highest point on the Appalachian Trail. Made it! Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. Amazing. Pretty exciting to be up here.